Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we continue the ranking series with my guy Hoops Reference Ray. Link to his channel in the description below. We got ranking every starting shooting guard from all 30 NBA teams at this point in the NBA season. So yeah, we already did the point guards. Point guards I agreed with for the most part. There's a few that I disagreed with. That's naturally going to happen. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Let me know in the comment section below who's the best shooting guard in the NBA. Kennard? Nah, he's injured. He probably like second or third just because of injuries. Then you probably got like James Harden and Garrett Temple. You know, I think that's a pretty good order to probably start things off. We'll give you a little barrier, but here we go.
And subscribe to the channel.
All right.
All support is very much appreciated. Now, with that being said,
let's get it.
Let's begin.
Oh, come on! I'm just joking.
Up to the #1 spot on this list.
Kinda. No, not
30,
really.
We have Garrett Temple of the Brooklyn Nets.
Bro, he starts?
His
Why?
role on the team is as a 3-and-D guy that works decently as a cutter, but overall, he's not the best here. He's averaging about 10 points per game, but his efficiency is poor, shooting 37%.
Bro, Garrett's not a very common name no more, is it?
32%.
We see a lot of Garretts in the league.
Being well below average, and he doesn't contribute enough elsewhere to be higher on this list. Next up at number
29 for Jarrett. He'll get there.
Culver of the Minnesota
He'll get there.
Timberwolves. Culver's rookie season hasn't been the smoothest transition, and his production by the numbers are a bit concerning, but he has flashed potential of terrific two-way play on occasion. Young players struggling isn't anything new in the NBA.
He's got more chances without Wiggins.
Time to panic, but at the current moment,
and a good point guard
near
now,
the bottom
too.
of a list like this compared to more established guys that are producing more now.
He could be a third option eventually.
Up next at number 28, we have Damion Lee of the Golden State Warriors.
No comment.
Lee is in his third year in the league now.
10-day signing once Clay's back.
Struggling to find his footing early on, he's become much more comfortable settling into Golden State, especially now in a year without any expectations.
I'll take Kai Bowman. He's a point guard though.
Previously been given. He's a capable scorer, but not much else. So he still finds himself.
Where's Jordan's swimming pool?
Next up at number 27, we have Bryn Forbes of the San Antonio
Three-point
Spurs.
specialist.
Forbes has made a name for himself as a very good shooter from the perimeter.
Yeah, he's like a 72 overall that put all his attributes into three.
However,
that's fine.
Season, he's
that's what I do every year.
A bit of a down year. Both his field goal and three-point percentages are lower than they've been since his rookie year, and as a specialist, that's not a very
I watched him at
good
Michigan
sign.
State quite a bit.
Now at number 26, we have Jeremy Lamb of the Indiana Pacers. Lamb has been holding down the starting spot in place of Victor Oladipo all season long, and while he may not be the best shot creator at the position, he was great on Charlotte, like a 17-point-per-game scorer. He gives you 13 points per game on 45% shooting, and
although I'm sure you watching this video could probably drop 12 of you on the Hornets.
Next up at number 25,
Wesley Matthews.
we have Wes Matthews
Loved him on
of
Portland.
the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks have been a powerhouse this season.
I think I'll take Jeremy Lamb over Wesley though. Maybe not.
Well-rounded starting lineups in the league, but
Depends what you
Matthews
want.
is probably the fifth option in the group. He knows his role, spaces the floor, knocks down spot-up threes, and brings good experience as a veteran.
Yo, there we go.
Up next at number 24, we have Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, wait, this the Red Rocket? Is that his nickname?
Last year with his
Bro, get him on
shooting,
Houston.
Sneaky athleticism, and overall ability to score the ball. But this year, he hasn't really improved much.
He struggled with injuries.
His scoring has gone up a smidge, but his efficiency is still relatively the same, and his struggles on defense hold him back a bit on this.
Red Rocket, yum.
Next
no, that's Red Robin.
We have
Never
Collin
ate there.
Sexton
Just remember the
of
commercial.
Cleveland
Good marketing.
Cavaliers. The Cavs have been a mess this season, with noted locker room issues, struggles on the court.
Y'all fired my guy
don't lack
Beeline.
Any kind of identity.
Great
Sexton's
Michigan coach.
A terrific scorer of the basketball, but he doesn't really.
Yo,
have
Ohio
the
State guy's
IQ
gonna handle
that
him.
an overall playmaker needs, and his numbers are a bit empty. Up next at number 22, we have Gary Harris of the Denver Nuggets.
Damn, a lot of Michigan State players. By that I mean like 2 so far.
To be one of the very best two-way wing players in the league, but since then he's regressed hard. His shot hasn't been.
I remember I used to work with this girl that had a big crush on him because she loved his eyebrows.
And he seems to.
He got some good eyebrows. Ain't gonna lie though. Ain't gonna lie.
Next up at number 21, we
have
Anthony
Davis
Jr. of the Dallas Mavericks.
Michigan player.
Hardaway
Yo, taking over the
been
NBA,
known
guys.
as a streaky scorer who on most nights is a decent scoring option that every now and then can catch fire. But this year, he's done an excellent job remaining more consistent. He's shooting the ball from the perimeter better than he ever has in his career, making about 40%.
Yeah, he was a little J.R. Smithish for a bit.
He's given the Mavs a nice third option alongside Luka and Porzingis. Up next at number 20,
yo, love Dillon
Brooks
Brooks.
of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Loved him his
Grizzlies
rookie
are
season.
One of the most surprising teams of the year, and it's not just
I say he should be
because of
higher
their star
probably.
point
I gotta
guard,
see who he's
Ja Morant.
above him now.
Brooks is having the best season of his career so far, averaging about 16 points while shooting the ball at a very high level from outside. Next up at number 19, we have Danny Green of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, you know Danny Green's Danny Green.
This year's Lakers team has started on the defensive end, and Green's presence contributes to that in a big way. He was
a great toss-in player. No, he signed with them, right?
And he allows
I was
those
thinking
around him to
Spurs
play
to the Raptors,
strengths
my bad.
while he spots up from three.
Yeah, okay.
Up next at number 18, we have RJ Barrett.
Yo,
of
kind
the
of like
New York
Garrett,
Knicks.
but it's Barrett with
Barrett's
a B.
rookie season started kind of slow, but as of late, he's really come on and played good basketball. He may not have a very good chance of winning Rookie of the Year.
Yo, he's
but
just
he
like
still
James
has
Harden,
been
man.
One of the better rookies on the year and has
Like,
shown a natural
with the little
ability
Sean
to
Marion
score.
on it. A little
Next
lower.
up at
Yo!
number
There he
19,
is!
Kennard.
I miss this man so much. Like, ever since you got injured and stuff, bro. You got knee tendinitis. Ever since that shit happened, bro, the Pistons just falling apart, man. Luke, we need you back, man. Although, the sad truth is that, you know, with the way we're going right now, we're probably going to trade you this offseason.
Of the Detroit Pistons. Kennard has struggled with injuries a bit this season.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately.
When he's on the floor, he's been exceptional.
Yes, sir.
Easily having the best season of his young career.
If it wasn't for injuries, he'd be higher.
One of the most consistent shooters from deep, but he's also much
Damn,
more
bro,
than
look at
just
him
a
lift.
shooter, developing well as a playmaker, as a ball handler as well. Up next at number 16, we have Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I'll take Luke
of
Kennard
the
over Terry
Charlotte
Rozier. Come on now,
Rozier
man.
infamously signed a very
Scary
large
Terry,
contract
what?
this summer, and as a result, many thought there was no way he was going to earn that money on the court. But he's actually been legitimately solid this season.
Yeah, he's been fine.
Efficiency issues have plagued him throughout his career in the past, but this season he's actually
He ain't no
shooting the
$50
ball
million
very well
player.
while putting up
Hell
18
nah.
points per game. Up next at number 15, we have Josh Richardson of the Philadelphia.
This is Josh
76ers.
Richards.
Richardson
The boy
does
Josh
a lot of
Richards.
things well on the court, especially on the defensive end, but offensively, he isn't necessarily great at any one thing. He's a decent shot creator, decent shooter,
Like the better
and
in
decent
Miami.
playmaker, but for that reason,
He would have fit in
ranked
with Jimmy.
in the middle of this list. Next up at number 14,
Yo,
we
Evan
have
Testicles,
Evan Fournier
yo.
of the Orlando Magic.
Probably got demonetized.
Fournier's always
Whoops.
been one of the most underrated scoring
well.
guards in the league throughout his career, but now he's in the midst of his best season yet, scoring the ball better than ever and more efficiently.
Yeah, brick that bitch
He's
ass shot,
scoring
though.
About 19 points per game on 46% shooting.
Yeah, shoot again.
And 40% from three as
Yeah,
well.
there it is. Okay.
And that is helping the Magic once again contend for the
Bro, imagine being Evan Fournier. Just like the life this man lives. Like, you know, nobody roasts Evan Fournier except about his last name. Nobody praises him. He's just kind of there, and he plays solid basketball, and he gets paid $17 million a season, and he gets to live in Orlando, and he's probably just living life, man.
playoffs.
Good for Evan
Up
Fournier.
next at number 13, we have Fred VanVleet of the Toronto Raptors.
Future Pistons point guard.
VanVleet has improved in each of his first four seasons.
Guaranteed.
And now that he's been inserted into the starting lineup, his production has taken off even more. We saw in the finals last year that he isn't afraid of any moment and can take
Yo, he's
and make
kinda
big
short,
shots
man.
when the Raptors need him to. And overall, he's just
I
a
should
very
shoot like
good
he does.
player. Next up at number 12,
Buddy Hield,
we have
three-point
Buddy
champion.
Hield of the Sacramento Kings. Hield is a legit 20-point scorer and has established himself as one of the best volume 3-point shooters in the NBA.
Yeah, bitch-ass Kings
His
throwing him on the
percentage
bench,
has
though. What
taken
the
a bit of a
hell?
dip this year compared to years past, and the Kings as a whole have really struggled to find their
Bro, you
groove.
start
But
swinging those little
overall,
freaking
he's
things
still
at me.
one of the better
I'm
players
gonna
in
drop
the
you real
position.
quick, bro.
Now on to number 11, we have Shal Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City
All right, I want you to go to somebody you know and like that doesn't watch basketball and have them pronounce their name and let me know the results.
Thunder. When the Thunder opted to go in a different direction,
And do it with
this
Giannis,
summer,
too.
Acquiring
Let me know what they
Shai
say.
is what made it all worth it. In his second season, he already looks like someone ready to be one of the most well-rounded, highly productive players in the league, and is
I'm going to say real quick. No, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. No, I'm not going to say that. Never
certainly
mind.
the face of the Threat
Never mind.
Thunder
It's not
franchise
important.
for years to come. Now, starting off the top 10,
20,000
we
likes, I'll
have
let you know
Jaylen
what I was
Brown
gonna
of the
say.
Boston Celtics. Brown is yet another player in the midst of his best season as a pro, and there was a real argument to be had that he deserved a spot at the All-Star game. His elevated production has helped the
I would've been
Celtics
okay with it.
overachieve to this point.
3
and
Celtics,
he's
though, you
back
know?
on track to being a very promising
Hasn't been done
player
since
for the
there's been 4
future
Pistons.
after a down
No,
year
Hawks had
last
like 4
year.
or 5.
Up next at number 9, we have
CJ. That's my CJ
of the Portland Trailblazers.
He probably cringes when people say that.
McCollum is one of the best second options in the league, and him and Lillard form one of the most dynamic backcourts out there. He's a big-time shot creator off the dribble, an efficient three-point shooter, and has an excellent mid-range game. Next up at number 8,
Zach Lavine been killing it on the Bulls. He is the Bulls.
Lavine's scoring numbers
keep
going up and up every year, and he's now averaging 25 points per game. He carries the offense for the struggling Bulls at times and is capable of
He about to pass Ben Gordon, I think, for threes.
With the All-Stars having just been announced, he was one of the most notable snubs, which, if anything, will probably just motivate him to continue to improve even more. Up next at number 7, we have Jrue Holiday of the New Orleans Pelicans.
Has he been that good this
Holiday's season may have started slow, but as the season has progressed,
he's gotten
better and better, and is still one of the best two-way players at the position. His defense is locked down, he gives you over 20 points per game, and he's a very good secondary.
I like him. Maybe I feel a little too high on Jrue Holiday in this case, but I'm not going to hate on it.
Playmaker alongside Lonzo Ball. With Zion back and Jrue playing his best basketball, watch out for the Pelicans to make a late surge to the playoffs.
Yo, I want to see
Next up at number 6,
Donovan
Mitchell
Mitchell
of the Utah Jazz. The Jazz had a very slow start to the season, then rattled off a massive win streak, and in that time,
it's hard to believe 5 shooting guards better than Donovan Mitchell
on the offensive end. His game is flashy, it's exciting, and it gives the Jazz team, built around their defense, a go-to scorer to close things out.
Okay.
Now moving
Devin
on
Booker,
to number 5,
biggest snub.
Devin Booker of the Phoenix.
And I know he made the All-Star team, but getting voted in means more than just being like an injured reserve. Like, he still got snubbed.
Suns. Booker, in my opinion, was the biggest snub from the All-Star game this year because the season he's having is amazing. He's putting up 27 points, over 6 assists, and is shooting the ball.
You guys think he's going to stay with the Suns long term?
51% from the field. He also had to play without DeAndre Ayton for most of the season, and still managed to help keep the Suns in the running for the playoffs, but his production was not rewarded. Next up at number 4,
real deal Bradley Beal. Love my rhymes, man. My rhyming game is on point.
Beal is another player that got snubbed from the All-Star game.
I should freestyle.
And the reasoning for excluding him pretty much only came down to his team struggling. He has almost no help in Washington, despite putting up 28 points per game.
I thought the word freestyle, and instantly the word that came to my mind was crocodile. Like, I got it like that, man. Like, yo.
And playing better than ever, he too was
freestyle like a crocodile.
Up next,
have you stay a
3,
while.
We have Paul George of the Los Angeles Clippers. George was an MVP candidate last season, but after getting surgery and slowly making his way back to the court, he's made good strides to return to prior form. At his best, he's a guy capable of taking a game over on offense and locking up teams' best players on defense, and because of this versatility, he's still a top 3 guy at the position. Next up,
wow!
We have Jimmy Butler.
You know, good for Jimmy. Like, that's not like a surprise. Wow, that's more just like okay. Jimmy Butler, number 2 shooting guard in the NBA. The way he's been playing for the Heat, hell yeah. Good for Jimmy.
Butler of the Miami Heat. Butler's impact on the Heat
this
season goes way beyond the box score, as he has led the Heat team, picked by most as a fringe.
Yeah, no hate on this one.
To be one of the top teams in the conference. He makes those around him.
If you hate on Jimmy being number 2, you're a casual, bro.
When to step aside.
Like, who you got over him,
It's hard to ignore how impactful.
You can argue Luke Kennard maybe, but barely.
But now, with the top spot on this list of best starting shooting guards in the NBA, we have none other than James Harden. He may be in a bit of a slump at the moment, but on the season as a whole, he's done some absurd
he's still James Harden.
And is producing
his slump is still better than like the top 4th guy in the NBA. Like top 4th shooting guard in the NBA,
in history. He's putting up about 36 points per game and has scored over 50 points 5 different times.
Right.
He's historically great at creating his own
His slump ain't bad.
He's firmly in the MVP race. And with that being...
All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I will say, like 99.99%, I think he really locked this down. Like, this was a great rating right here. Great list. I don't really have any big time complaints. None at all, guys. That's all we got. Peace out.